spans across millions of years, starting with a vibrant and diverse Earth, where various species of dinosaurs roamed freely across a wide range of ecosystems, from lush forests to vast plains. These creatures were the dominant life forms on Earth, their very existence reliant on the delicate balance between predation, food sources, and environmental conditions. However, their survival wasn't without constant challenges. Changing climates, evolving predators, and natural disasters like volcanic eruptions and earthquakes constantly tested their resilience. With every environmental shift, the dinosaurs had to adapt, using their unique physical traits to either flee from predators or defend themselves in fierce battles for survival. As the temperatures fluctuated between warmer and cooler periods, the dinosaurs experienced dramatic changes to their habitats, forcing herbivores to find new sources of food, while carnivores sought fresh prey in shifting ecosystems. As climate patterns evolved, the changing landscape posed unique survival problems for each species. Dinosaurs like the Brachiosaurus had to adjust to new environmental pressures, from finding food in areas where towering trees were no longer abundant, to struggling to maintain their body heat in cooler climates. Some species adapted by migrating to more favorable regions, while others, such as the Velociraptor, developed new hunting techniques, learning to cooperate in packs to tackle larger prey. The harsh climate also brought with it new forms of survival. Creatures like Triceratops used their massive frills and horns to defend against the ever-present threat of predators, while smaller, agile species took refuge in the dense underbrush, hiding from larger predators. Natural disasters, like volcanic eruptions, further complicated the lives of these creatures, leading to mass migrations, battles for resources, and widespread chaos. When volcanic eruptions blanketed the Earth in ash, creating an atmosphere that blocked out the sun and plummeted temperatures, survival became even more of a challenge. The once bountiful forests and plains, teeming with life, were suddenly barren and inhospitable. Herbivores, like the Triceratops, struggled to find food as plant life withered, and carnivores faced the difficulty of tracking prey in a drastically altered world. These environmental catastrophes forced dinosaurs to adapt quickly. Some sought shelter in caves or higher altitudes, where the conditions were more stable, while others altered their diets, scavenging for whatever food remained. Predators, such as the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex, became more aggressive and desperate, hunting anything that moved. The struggle for survival intensified, but even amidst this chaos, the dinosaurs continued to thrive thanks to their unique evolutionary adaptations. As the Earth slowly began to recover, the ecosystems shifted and new challenges arose. Dinosaurs faced a new problem. With large parts of their natural habitats destroyed, they had to migrate to new regions, encountering new species and sometimes even new threats. The environment, though still harsh, showed signs of recovery with the emergence of new plant life, providing food sources once again. Despite this renewal, the competition for food grew fiercer as herds of Triceratops and other herbivores fought for the limited plant life. New species of predators emerged, with creatures like Velociraptor evolving to take advantage of the changing landscape and shifting food chains. These smaller, more agile predators learn to hunt in new ways, often teaming up with others in packs to increase their chances of success. Reproduction also played a critical role in the survival of species, with some dinosaurs, like the Maiasaura, developing new nesting strategies to protect their young from predators and environmental hazards. The nurturing behavior exhibited by these species offered a glimpse of hope in an otherwise tumultuous world. As the extinction event loomed, a cataclysmic asteroid struck Earth, bringing with it devastation of an unprecedented scale. The collision caused massive fires, tsunamis, and earthquakes, creating a global nuclear winter effect. The sun was blotted out by debris, temperatures plummeted, and the once thriving ecosystems began to collapse. The survivors, now facing total extinction, struggled to survive in a world that had been irrevocably changed. As the skies darkened and temperatures dropped, the few remaining species of dinosaurs faced the unimaginable, a world with no sunlight, no food, and no chance of survival in their accustomed habitats. The once thriving herds of Triceratops and Stegosaurus were scattered, their members weakened by starvation and cold. Tyrannosaurus rex and other predators, too, found themselves in a desperate struggle for food, but the few remaining prey were harder to catch, and many of these apex predators ultimately perished as well. As the dinosaurs' world collapsed, the cycle of life that had dominated Earth for millions of years came to an abrupt end. However, life did not vanish with the extinction of the non-avian dinosaurs. Some small species, those that were able to adapt to the harsh new environment, managed to survive. These survivors were typically smaller, more agile dinosaurs that had evolved the ability to endure food scarcity and cold temperatures. These resilient creatures would go on to evolve into modern-day birds, the direct descendants of the dinosaurs. Though the world was now in a state of recovery, the legacy of the dinosaurs continued through their descendants. The birds, once small, flightless creatures, evolved into a wide range of species that filled the ecological niches left behind by the larger, extinct dinosaurs. The camera zooms in on a bird soaring through the sky, symbolizing the enduring connection between past and present. These creatures carry with them the genetic markers and survival strategies of their ancient ancestors, proving that, despite the extinction of the mighty dinosaurs, their legacy remains alive in the birds that rule our skies today. In the aftermath, the Earth began to heal, slowly transforming from a devastated wasteland to a world filled with new life. With the dinosaurs gone, mammals began to thrive, eventually becoming the dominant creatures on Earth. Early mammals, once small and inconspicuous, began to adapt to their newfound roles as herbivores, predators, and scavengers, filling the ecological void left by the massive creatures of the past. Predators like Smilodon emerged, taking the place of the great carnivore, Orus dinosaurs. In the forests and plains, early mammals found their niche, while birds, carrying the ancient legacy of the dinosaurs, began to diversify into the species we recognize today. The Earth was no longer ruled by dinosaurs, but it was still shaped by their influence. As time passed, the legacy of the dinosaurs continued to influence the world around us, from the flight of modern birds to the very ecosystems that emerged from the ashes of their extinction. This moment of transition from the world of the dinosaurs to the modern world we know today highlights the resilience of life and the ongoing cycles of evolution that continue to shape the planet. The dinosaurs' extinction marked the end of one era but the beginning of another. The Earth, once dominated by towering creatures and fierce predators, now supports a different set of life forms, those that evolved in response to the changing planet. This continuity shows us that, while the dinosaurs may have perished, their story is far from over. In every bird we see, every fossil we unearth, and every ecosystem we study, their legacy continues to shape our understanding of life on Earth. The story of survival, the constant battle against the forces of nature, the adaptations necessary to survive, and the eventual march toward extinction is